My name is Anna. I am 29 years old. I grew up in a small town surrounded by wide fields, tall trees, and quiet roads that always felt safe. Life was simple back then. My parents worked hard, my brother laughed loud, and our home was the center of every joy we knew. It wasn't a big house, but to me, it was the whole world. When I turned 18, life started pulling me away, little by little. College, work, a new city, new people. Years passed, almost without warning. But one morning, after a long time, I felt something inside me whisper, "Go back. Go back to the place that raised you. Go back to the house that still waits." So I packed a small bag, took a long bus ride, and returned to my childhood home. The house stood at the end of an old, narrow road. The paint looked faded, the garden was overgrown, and the windows seemed dusty. Yet, nothing felt dead. There was a strange warmth in the air, as if the place was breathing, waiting, alive in its own quiet way. When I opened the front gate, the rusty sound felt like a familiar voice, a voice I had missed without realizing it. I walked toward the door with slow steps. My heart beat fast, like I was meeting someone I loved but hadn't seen in years. And when I pushed the door open, the air inside wrapped around me. Soft, warm, almost like an embrace. For a moment, I just stood there, silent, still, listening. The house felt like it recognized me. Every step I took filled my mind with memories. The wooden floor creaked under my feet, the same way it creaked when my brother and I would run, playing silly games. The walls still held the marks of our childhood drawings, the ones my mother never wiped away because she said, "One day you'll miss these lines." She was right. I missed every line. My eyes fell on the living room. The old sofa was still in the same place. I could almost hear my father's laughter, deep and warm, when we watched movies together. I could almost see my mother knitting by the window, slowly, peacefully, humming her favorite tune. It felt like time had paused inside this house, waiting for us to return. I walked toward the kitchen next. The smell wasn't the same. It was colder now. But I could still remember the mornings when my mother made breakfast while my brother danced foolishly to make us laugh. I remembered the warmth of teacups on the table, the sound of spoons touching plates, the comfort of being together. My heart ached, gently but deeply. Memories can feel like soft hands and sharp edges at the same time. I whispered into the empty space, "I'm home." And for a second, I felt like the house whispered back, "I know." Then I went upstairs. Each step reminded me of growing up, running, crying, fighting, dreaming. I paused in front of my old room. The door was slightly open, like it had been waiting for me to finish the push. Inside, everything was covered in a thin layer of dust, but my childhood was still there. The stickers on the closet, the tiny lamp shaped like a moon, the corner where I used to sit and write in my diary, the window where I watched sunsets and wondered about the world. I sat on the floor, slowly, as if sitting on memory itself. My eyes filled with tears, not from sadness alone, but from remembering a part of myself I had forgotten. Growing up teaches us many things, but it also takes things away. Sometimes it takes away our softness, our innocence, our sense of home. And sitting there, I realized how far I had gone from who I used to be. When I stepped into my parents' room, the air grew heavier. My father passed away 4 years ago. My mother moved to another city after that. This room was the hardest to enter. The moment I walked in, I felt a rush of emotion, like the room had been holding itself together, waiting for someone to understand its loneliness. My father's old books were still on the shelf. His favorite hat hung on a nail beside the mirror. The bed was neatly made, even after all these years. My mother had always believed that order kept memories safe. I touched the hat gently. My hands trembled. "I miss you," I whispered. The room felt warm, like it was saying, he knew. And in that moment, the house didn't feel empty at all. It felt full of voices, full of echoes, full of love that never really left. But life had other plans for all of us. My brother moved abroad. My mother sold most of the furniture. I stopped visiting because I felt it would hurt too much. Yet coming back, I realized something important. The house had never blamed us. It had just waited. Silently, patiently, with hope. Places don't forget. Walls remember the touch of our hands. Floors remember the sound of our footsteps. Rooms remember our laughter and tears. And sometimes they wait for us to remember too. As the evening light entered through the windows, painting everything golden, I sat in the living room and closed my eyes. I felt the past next to me. I felt the present holding my hand. I felt the future growing softer. And somewhere deep inside, I felt healing begin. I realized that home is not just a place where we live. It's a place that lives inside us. Even when we leave it behind, it keeps a part of us safe until the day we are ready to return. That day, I understood something beautiful. Some places love us quietly. Some places wait without asking. Some places remind us who we are. And our childhood home was one of those places. Before leaving, I walked through every room once more. I touched the walls gently. I whispered, "Thank you. Thank you for holding our laughter. Thank you for protecting our tears. Thank you for waiting." As I stepped outside and closed the door behind me, the world felt different, softer, kinder, more alive. The house stood there, still waiting. But I knew it wasn't waiting in sadness. It was waiting with love, the way old memories do. And I carried that love with me. Some places wait patiently, holding the echoes of love and life, reminding us of the importance of home, memory, and the bonds that shape us.